Welcome to Moviefone's Unscripted. I'm Robert Pants and this is Stephenie Meyer, and that one's Kristen Stewart. We're here to talk about our film, Twilight. We're going to ask each other some questions, and some of your questions, as well as some of our own. I'll start with the first question. Annie in Phoenix, Arizona, wants to know in what ways you relate to Bella, Kristen.
It's like more self-conscious when you guys ask me this question. I think she's who you experience the story through, so you sort of put I think every girl projects their own personalities onto her, so it was weird playing the part because I didn't feel like it was a big departure. There was no distinct character I was playing. I was really just this girl in this like extravagant situation.
Okay, what was the most difficult scene for you to film?
Probably the scene where I have to look at the guys who are hassling Bella, and the description in the script was he gives a look so devilish, so animalistic in its rage, its fury that it terrifies full-grown men. And coming out with my little bouffant hairdo, white makeup and a pea coat is quite difficult. It looked very scary.
I wouldn't have guessed that one. It's cool.
It was tough. I nearly quit because of it.
Really? Oh my god, he almost punched me in the face like 5 times.
I should have been on set that day.
Which scene were you most excited to see translated from book to screen?
I mean, I think the main one for me was always the meadow because, that's where it all started. That was the one that I saw in my head first, so I wanted to see that. But I think I was surprised that in the end, the one that, I don't know, I guess there's like the most, delight in scene was the baseball scene. I mean, that one was just so much fun to watch. It kind of blew me away, so there's those two.
Alright, if you could remake any movie, like from any period, recent, forever ago, and be the star, which one did you do? I would love to have been the voice of Mowgli in the Jungle Book. Tell us one thing about yourself that most people don't know.
I'm really cool.
We're so lame. Oh my god, you cannot do this.
I tell everybody the one thing people don't know is I tell everybody everything. All the time. Well, maybe people do know that because I keep telling them everything. I've already repeated myself. I would start repeating myself to people who I met for 2 dates. What has been your favorite experience since becoming an actor?
I just gotta, I don't want to entirely speak out. I can't even talk about this yet because it's not I've just had the greatest experience and I can't talk about it yet because it's not a solid, who knows whether the businessmen are going to work out their business deals and get me on this movie, but I think I may play one of the most iconic parts that I am acquainted with, that I love so much. It's in one of my favorite books. I think I may have gotten that part, and that was the first time. I've gotten a lot of parts in my life, but I'm never I got a job, I just booked it. I'm always okay, they shouldn't have hired me. And on this one I was literally creeping up Laurel Canyon, getting back into the valley, and it just didn't fit. I was busting out of this little car. The energy, it just did not control. It was the most elated moment of my life. I went to the meeting and he was just okay, we're going to do this together. And I was I just flipped. Probably that. Making that movie will be the coolest thing. Have you had any more dreams about Edward and Bella? If so, what happened?
I kind of had one. After I was working on New Moon, I had this I was sleeping in the guest room because my husband had a horrible cold, and so I wasn't in my normal surroundings, and I had this dream that I don't know how much it was a dream and how much I thought about it afterwards, because I was kind of out of it, but that Edward actually showed up and told me I got it all wrong, and he existed and everything, but he couldn't live off animals, and he really was hunted like any other vampire, and I kind of got the sense he was about to kill me. It was really terrifying, and it was bizarrely different from every other time I've thought about his character, and so then that was cool in a way too, because it added something extra to my view of him.
Wow, that's weird.